Can I tell you something a friend said to me recently? She said, "I didn't stop wearing a bra because I stopped caring how I look. I stopped wearing a bra because I finally started caring more about how I feel." And that one sentence stayed with me, because I think so many of us have quietly made that same shift. Through hot flashes, through changing skin, through simple exhaustion with underwire, and nobody ever taught us how to dress elegantly on the other side of that decision. So today, we're closing that gap. If you have quietly started reaching for your bra less and less, you are far from alone, and you deserve every tool to still look polished, put together, and completely confident. Today on Golden Ebony Lifestyle, we are walking through every trick, the fabrics, the layers, the small details, and a few things nobody tells you. Stay with me for the fabric section, because that one detail alone will change how you shop from now on. Let's get into it. 1. Fabric is doing more work than you realize. This is the single biggest factor, and it has nothing to do with willpower or confidence. It's simply about what the fabric does on its own. Thin, clingy, single-layer fabrics show every movement and every line. Fabrics with a little more body, a double-layered jersey, a structured cotton, a lined dress, hold their own shape and quietly do the supportive work a bra used to do. Picture two identical black t-shirts side by side. One is a thin, single-layer cotton that clings and shows everything. The other is a slightly heavier, double-lined jersey tee. Same color, same cut, completely different result. The difference has nothing to do with your body. It's entirely about what the manufacturer chose to put into the fabric. Look for garments described as self-lined, double-layered, or with a built-in shelf lining. Many dresses, tops, and even t-shirts are made this way now specifically for this reason. When you're shopping online, this is worth reading the fine print for. When you're shopping in person, simply hold the fabric up to the light. If light passes through easily, it will show more than you want. If it doesn't, you've likely found a reliable piece. 2. Built-in support is your best friend. You don't have to choose between comfort and structure. A huge range of camisoles, dresses, and tops now come with a soft built-in shelf bra or bust support sewn directly into the garment. It gives light shape and coverage without an underwire digging into you, without a clasp at your back, without anything tight around your ribs. Think of it like the built-in support in swimwear. You've likely worn a swimsuit with a shelf bra sewn in without a second thought. This is the exact same idea, just in your everyday wardrobe. Many activewear brands pioneered this feature, and mainstream fashion brands have finally caught up, which means it's now available in everything from casual t-shirts to your most elegant evening dress. Look for this feature specifically when you shop. It is often listed right in the product description, sometimes under built-in bra, shelf bra, or bust support. A dress with built-in support does the job invisibly, so you never have to think about it twice. It's worth building a small collection of these pieces specifically, because once you know a brand does this well, you can trust it and return to it again and again. 3. Let prints and texture do some of the work. Solid, smooth, light-colored fabrics show the most. Prints, textured knits, and richer, deeper colors naturally break up the eye's attention and show far less. A busy floral, a ribbed knit, a textured weave, all of these give you effortless coverage simply by existing. I always tell women, if you're torn between two dresses you love equally, and one is a solid pale color while the other has texture or print, let the texture or print be your everyday choice and save the solid pale one for when you're wearing a layer over it. Think about a ribbed knit sweater versus a smooth, flat jersey top in the exact same color. The ribbing alone changes how much detail shows, simply through the texture of the weave. This doesn't mean hiding in prints you don't love. It means knowing which fabric to reach for on which day, and building an instinct for reading a garment before you ever put it on. 4. Layering is your quiet secret weapon. An open cardigan, a lightweight blazer, a soft kimono layer, a scarf draped elegantly, All of these add a second layer of fabric exactly where you might want it, while still looking completely intentional and stylish. This isn't about covering up out of embarrassment. It's the exact same layering trick we've talked about on this channel before. It elevates any outfit, gives you options, and happens to solve this concern beautifully at the same time. A cropped denim jacket over a simple dress. A long, open duster cardigan over a tank. A silk scarf tied loosely at the neckline. Each one adds elegance and ease in the same move, and each one is something you'd reach for anyway, bra or no bra, simply because it looks good. In fact, if you look back at any well-dressed woman you admire, she is very likely already using layers this way, whether or not it's for this exact reason. The beauty of this trick is that nobody watching you will ever know your reason for reaching for that cardigan. All they see is a woman who dresses with intention. 5. The bralette and soft support alternative. If you want a little more shape without going back to a traditional structured bra, a soft bralette or a lightweight wireless option gives gentle support without underwire, clasps, or tight elastic. Many women find this the perfect middle ground. Enough structure to feel supported, none of the discomfort that made them want to stop wearing a bra in the first place. There's also a wide range now, from a simple soft cotton bralette you barely feel, to adhesive lift options for a single special occasion, to a lightweight bandeau under something sheer. This is not about going back to what didn't work for you. It's simply knowing the softer, gentler options exist if you ever want them, for whatever occasion calls for it. A wedding, a church service, a photograph you want to feel a certain way in. If any of this feels like exactly what you needed to hear today, go ahead and hit that like button and let me know in the comments. Is comfort or confidence the bigger reason you've made this shift? I want to know. We still have several more essential tips, so stay with me. 6. Know which necklines and silhouettes flatter on their own. A well-structured wrap dress, a top with some shape built into the seams, or a fit and flare silhouette all naturally create a flattering line without relying on anything underneath. Avoid the thinnest, most clingy fabrics in stark white or pale colors if you want a more polished look. Richer colors and slightly heavier fabrics simply photograph and read better in daily life. A V-neck or wrap-style top also does double duty here. It draws the eye toward your face and collarbone, the same trick we've talked about before on this channel, while naturally being more forgiving through the chest. A wrap dress in particular does almost all the work for you, because the crossover fabric at the bust naturally creates shape and coverage as part of its design, not as an afterthought. This is exactly why wrap dresses have remained a wardrobe staple for decades. They were quietly solving this exact problem long before anyone talked about it openly. 7. Dressing for temperature changes without sacrificing polish. If part of your reason for skipping the bra is heat and hot flashes, this one is for you specifically. Breathable natural fabrics, cotton, linen, bamboo blends, lightweight modal, do double duty here. They keep you cooler, and they also happen to be the fabrics that drape and hold shape most elegantly, rather than clinging when you're warm. Keep a few temperature-proof, elegant pieces on rotation: a linen shift dress, a cotton wrap top, a breathable blouse in a slightly heavier weave. These become your reliable go-to on the days when comfort has to come first, without ever looking like you compromised on style. I also recommend keeping a lightweight scarf or wrap in your bag year-round, not just for warmth, but as an instant, elegant layering option the moment you need one, whether that's for temperature or simply peace of mind. 8. Building a capsule wardrobe around this choice. Rather than treating this as a daily obstacle to solve from scratch every morning, build 5 or 6 reliable pieces specifically chosen with everything we've discussed: self-lined tops, a couple of wrap dresses, one great layering cardigan, one textured print blouse, one built-in support camisole you trust completely. Once you have this small collection, getting dressed each morning stops being a negotiation and simply becomes a matter of grabbing something you already know works beautifully. This is the same principle behind any capsule wardrobe. Fewer decisions, more confidence, because every piece has already been chosen with intention. I'd even suggest keeping these particular pieces together on one section of your closet rail, so on the mornings you want zero decision fatigue, you know exactly where to reach. 9. Handling special occasions with confidence. Weddings, church, formal dinners, these moments can feel like the hardest to navigate because they often call for more structured or fitted clothing. The good news is that most formal wear designers already account for this. Structured bodices, boned linings, and built-in corsetry are standard in a huge portion of evening wear and occasion dresses, precisely because designers know not every woman wants or needs a separate bra underneath. When shopping for an occasion piece, look specifically for the words boned, structured bodice, or built-in support in the description, or simply try the piece on and notice whether it holds shape on its own when you move. A well-made occasion dress should never rely on what's underneath it to look complete. 10. What to say if anyone ever asks. Let's be honest for a moment. Some of us worry less about how we look and more about what we'll say if someone comments. Here is the simplest truth. You do not owe anyone an explanation for a personal comfort choice, and a short, warm, closed-door response is always enough. Something as simple as, "This is what's comfortable for me now," said with a smile, ends the conversation every time. Because confidence, not a lengthy justification, is what actually communicates that this was your decision and you're at peace with it. 11. Confidence is the finishing touch every single time. Here is the truth underneath everything else in this video. Nobody is looking as closely as we imagine they are. A woman who stands tall, shoulders back, moving through her day with ease and confidence, draws attention to her presence, not to any single detail of what she is or isn't wearing underneath her clothes. This choice, whatever your reason for making it, is entirely yours. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing comfort. You simply deserve to feel elegant while you do, and every tip in this video exists to support that, not to convince you which way is right. I have met women who feel most like themselves in a structured bra every single day, and women who feel most like themselves having released that entirely. Both are equally elegant, equally valid, and equally worthy of looking beautiful in whatever they choose. So, to recap, choose fabric with a little body and structure. Look for built-in support in your dresses and tops. Let prints and texture help you naturally. Layer with intention, not embarrassment. Consider a soft bralette if you want gentle shape. Choose necklines and silhouettes that flatter on their own. Keep breathable pieces on rotation for warmer days. Build a small capsule of go-to pieces so getting dressed is never a daily decision. Trust that occasion wear is already built with this in mind. Keep your response simple if anyone ever asks. And carry it all with the same confidence that got you here in the first place. This isn't really about bras at all, if we're honest. It's about permission. Permission to make choices about your own comfort without needing anyone's approval, and to still walk into every room looking exactly as elegant and put together as the woman you've always been. You have spent decades taking care of everyone else's comfort before your own. This is simply one more place where it's finally your turn. If this video gave you something today, give it a like right now. It helps Golden Ebony Lifestyle reach more women who need to hear this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and tell me in the comments which tip you're trying first. I read every single one. This is Golden Ebony Lifestyle, where women over 50 are not fading into the background. We are the main event. I will see you in the next one.